Mr. Saeed biography by Anna Carlos Washington Post. Ustad Qaribur Rahman Saeed, son of Qaribur Rahman Saeed, was born June 23, 1952 in Nangarhar Province. Mr. Saeed is current Chief of Peace and Political Affairs Commission in Europe and head of Afghan Nation Peace Council in Europe, ex-Chief of Prime Minister Office, ex-Minister for Cultural Ministry, ex-Spokesman for Afghan Prime Minister, ex-Spokesman for Hezb Islami Political Organization, ex-Chief of Afghan News Agency for both electronic and print. He is a lecturer of chemistry and maths in Ustad High School in Nangarhar, Afghanistan, 1975-76. Lecturer of Chemistry and Maths at Nangarhar High School, 1976-79. Liaison Officer with the International Media for the Freedom Fighters Against the Russian Invasion of Afghanistan, 1980-85. Editor-in-Chief of Weekly Magazine, Head and Director General of the Press and Information Department for the Alliance of the Freedom Fighters during 1985-88. Director General of Afghan News Agency of the Freedom Fighters, the only press and information center for Mujahideen Alliance during the Russian occupation of Afghanistan, 1988-92, and open social activist in collaboration with the relief organizations for the education of the children of Afghan refugees in the refugees camps and activities inside the country, especially in Nangarhar, for the welfare of poor and uneducated people and for the education of their children, 1980-1990, to spokesman for the Afghan Prime Minister, 1992-96, and at the meantime Minister for Cultural Ministry, 1996. Mr. Saeed education status: Nangarhar High School, 1970. BSc Faculty of Science, Kabul University, 1975. Journalism courses for MA degree at Peshawar University, 1990-1992. Intensive English language courses in Kingsway, Princeton College in London, 1984, and English language course under the auspice of Nebraska University in the United States of America, 1991. Tree certificate in Norwegian language from Norsk for Utenlandske studenter, Oslo University, June 12, 2000. To BSc in social economy from Oslo University, 2008. Now studying social economy with the University of Oslo for master degree. Saeed is a former HIA spokesman. He is a journalist now and writes for Asia Times. 20,100,121. Mr. Saeed says he is an Afghan politician and former Afghan diplomat. Qaribur Rahman Saeed is in the Peace and Reconciliation Council of HIA in Europe, ex-spokesman for Afghan Prime Minister, ex-Minister for Ministry of Culture, ex-Chief of Afghan News Agency for Electronic and Print Media, a fundamentalist-financed guerrilla news agency. Qaribur Rahman Saeed also confirmed that negotiations between Hizb Islami and the U.S. are going on and expressed hope that these would yield positive results. 20,090,407. Mr. Saeed was a member of the HIA delegation that met senior government officials in Kabul, July 2010. The team held a series of meetings with political leaders on how lasting peace could be brought to the war-ravaged country. The HIA chief opposed peace parleys with the government of President Hamid Karzai, who announced the establishment of a High Council for Peace this week. 20,100,907. The so-called Peace Initiative was a government move to deceive the people in Gulban Hekmatyar said in a statement emailed to Pajwat Afghan News by Qaribur Rahman Saeed, a member of the party that lives in Norway. 20,110,420. The media report quoted an unnamed member of the council as saying that the HIA chief would renounce the insurgency and jump on the reconciliation bandwagon. But the leader of the party, Qaribur Rahman Saeed, refuted the report as false. The HIA had always offered workable suggestions for peace in the country and the region at large. He insisted he is the author of some books in Pashto, He wrote numerous articles in Pashto and English which were printed in the international media.